Hey ho.
Hi ho. So, let me pull up S4CK's roster here. So, this is a team I think we've seen once before on stream. I might be misremembering that, and I've just played recently, so I'm pretty familiar with how they play.
You're talking about S4CK, right?
Yep.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I saw you guys playing them. Let me start my game. Are they online? Are they online already?
Yes, they're already at the base.
Great. Which
Let me
base?
check something here. Hang on. Pale.
Ah, okay. So yeah, what can we say about their teams?
There we go.
S4CK is a German
Just
team
having
as far
some
as I
issues
know.
with my laptop. Sorry about that. Yes. So it's a German team. 2KD heavy types from Cobalt, I believe.
Yeah, they're all from Cobalt. The most of them played some form of something before,
Mhm.
as far as I know.
So
Um,
I will say
pretty good mid-tier team in my opinion.
I just played this team yesterday, so I'm kind of familiar with how they play. They are very, very, very like stacked up together. They will tend to have like 4 or 5 heavies in one place at all times, just pushing together, and they use a ton of conks. So it's a pretty interesting team. I don't think I've ever really played a team quite that plays quite like this. It's something kind
You
of
mean
unique.
cohesive, right?
Well, I
That's the
mean,
word you were
there's
looking for.
cohesive, and then there's like having 4 people in one staircase, you know?
Yeah,
Like
but
a
I
team,
think that
some teams like, Ram, they'll kind of spread out a bit, but they'll still have good crossfires and, angles to help each other. So,
yeah, but we're also talking there from one team that has multiple years of experience together, aka Ram,
mhm.
the one and last true real team. Oh no, not true. They also got some ringers now, what I heard.
Uh-huh.
And another really new team with S4CK. On the other side, we have BWAE, as far as I know.
Yep.
Yes, BWAE. BWAE had some roster lineup changes and also leader changes. Kiki, some of you maybe know her, is one of the team leaders now instead of Press Alt F4. And
Yep.
Dudas Fludas, I think.
And Canadian. I think they're kind of all working together to
Oh,
run the team.
yeah. So
Um,
they three manage the team now.
so looking
Let's
at
see
their
how this
roster for
performs.
today, we don't have a sheet for them, unfortunately. But in TeamSpeak, they have Dudus Flutus, Kiki, Duncan, Canadian Pride, Zephyral, Ultima, TJ, and Cubex. So I'm not quite sure which 6 will be playing there, but
Oh,
we'll have
Ultima
to.
just left the team speak.
Well, that's one down.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Zephyral's
guys.
not playing as their other.
Stefaria. I
Yeah,
don't know him at all.
I'm not
What kind
familiar
of
with him
player is
either.
he?
I don't
Ah,
know him at
okay.
all, actually.
Let's see who we
So
know. So do this. We know he's mainly playing heavy assault or Yumi medic, and he's a pilot.
yes,
Um,
actually pretty decent.
Canadian Pride also a pilot.
hmm
I don't know if he plays infantry regularly or not.
he's played quite a bit of it, and he's tried to get better at it recently. Uh,
Yep.
Pretty solid player, I'd
Our
say, for a B bracket
The
team.
rest, I really don't know. I mean, yeah, Kiki is Kiki. For those who don't know Kiki, you should have talks with her. Um, she really tries to become better. She takes advice from everyone and tries to become good in the game. What is really impressive. Like
Mhm.
she invests the time needed.
Yeah, she's a Bolt main for those of you that don't know, so I'm sure she'll be
Yeah.
bolting today for BWAE. Let's see, what else do they have? TJ and Cubex, I assume, were their other two. TJ has taken a long break from the game and just recently came back, but he's been really good for BWAE actually. Could be probably their best heavy, I'd have to guess.
Oh,
Cubex.
okay.
Cubex is a player with a lot of experience. He does a ton of 1v1s on Jaeger, but his doesn't have the best computer, so can hold him back
Oh, is
a
he
bit.
from Connery?
No, he's from Emerald.
Okay, yeah, making the Connerys only live on Grey Heron joke right there for those who don't know.
One person that is from Connery though is Duncan on
Oh,
BWAE's
Duncan
team.
as well. Oh, so he does the 1v1s on
Yes,
Grey
he
Heron.
does a lot of 1v1s on Grey Heron.
Great.
Alright, looks like both teams are ready.
Okay, the RNVS already. Crossjohn is asking them now for the countdown. If any one of you is unfamiliar with the format or anything, or has questions why we are doing this here, I can't answer you that. No, just feel free to ask. Feel free to ask questions about the tournament.
So, just to reiterate, we're playing Pale today. We've got BWAE on VS and SAC on TR. So, Pale Canyon, absolute classic map. Just
Babti, the WFET match will be on Planetside Battles free on the third channel.
we're starting about 5 seconds here, by the way.
Oh, okay. Then I will follow the North guys. Or
I'm following
It's
BWAE
west.
and West, yes.
I went to the wrong Sunday
So
position.
we've got 1 light assault, 1 bolter, 4 heavies for BWAE. Oh, they just had a rocket team kill there. Duncan walked. Judas walked in front of Duncan, excuse me. That's a bad way to get the match off.
The WFET match will be on in 30 minutes. We will not be able to stream the first round, but the second too.
Yes, that'll be OpShacks and Shades streaming that one for you all.
Yep.
So, very, very passive start from both teams here. No one's flipped the point yet. Actually, as I say that, we've got 1 BWAE heavy on point. That's Duncan. SAC is just content sitting in their own building, though. Oh, okay, here comes the
BWAE
push.
is doing the flank over the side building now.
We got
Is it
2 SAC
BWAE?
heavies
Yeah, it is
pushing
BWAE.
through point. They pick up 3 kills on point. And they clean up the light
BWAE
assault.
went in
trying to
the
flank.
enemy building with 2 people.
Looks like they got cleaned up, didn't they?
No, they are
Oh,
still
really?
in the building.
Let me take a
2
look.
heavy assaults in the enemy
Yeah,
building
I see him,
now.
I see him. Okay.
Just trying
The
to
rest of their
find
team has
people,
been
it
wiped,
looks
though.
like.
Yep, they just got
Ignoring
spotted.
the bolter on the roof.
Ooh. They get 1, but
Yep,
they get
now
traded.
got wiped.
Okay, well that was interesting. So someone from BWAE just jumped on point. We got a heavy here. He's got 2 heavies chasing him. 3 heavies from SAC. They take 1 fight, win it, and clean up the other heavy on point. So we see that team play from SAC right there. Just the death ball of 4 heavies rushing onto point and
Yep.
taking 2 4v1s basically. I think BWAE needs to get some crossfires going here and try and support each other.
Yeah, on Pale, not getting crossfires is pretty rare to see, because there are so many options. You can either stand on the chimneys, the round thingies at the point.
Yeah, these things.
You can stand on the balconies, on the roofs. There are so many options for crossfires. Kiki has a pretty good position here as a bolter. Just stand on their own building and trying to get the picks. Even if that doesn't really work out right now.
Cubex, meanwhile, on the light assault, gets a kill inside the TR lobby and backs out.
Kiki now trying to hunt the LA. No, she's backing up.
One of the players on TR is not showing up on our script, unfortunately. I believe
Huh.
that is PILX Swiggity Swooty TR. I'm not familiar with who that is.
It's one of the SAC players.
SAC,
He got his
yep.
account yesterday or today, so
It
Could
might
be
be
that
that
there are still
API
issues.
issue. Some characters just aren't showing up in the API. So we see BWAE pushing into the SAC building now. They have a 2v2, the BWAE heavy wins, but he gets traded. And another 1v1 on the bottom floor, the Canadian wins. That's, for those that don't know, Psychological Warfare is Canadian Pride, Grave Van is Cubex. I believe everyone else is pretty straightforward. Here.
Yeah. The others should have the right names so far.
We have 2 PSB accounts on the SAC side. I'm not sure who is on those.
No, I also don't know. That is weird, because, like I said, they got their PIL accounts today. So maybe they have some external ringers?
They might just not have had time to get them all sorted out.
Yeah, that could be as well.
Hard to say. Here comes the push from SAC. They've got 3 heavies pushing in the point door. They all get conked though. That's a nice conk.
BWAE's going for the balcony flank alone again and just walking in the enemy building, but you know, dude, you could have helped your people there.
Dude, as Fruitus picks up the double kill meanwhile on point with his silent aim. And 2 heavies pushing through. They're getting flanked. The TRLA takes him down from inside the VS building. We got a 1v1 here. Kiki goes down too.
BWAE has roof control of the enemy building now, but he drops directly to get 1 kill.
I think that was the last player for TR, so not a bad decision, yeah. Yeah, here we go. We got 4 heavies and
now the push is missing of BWAE.
Yeah, like, they should have taken advantage of that.
They cleaned everyone. They should have been in the enemy building right now, and they didn't do it.
Yep, too late.
Oh, one of the TR guys is using fragnates. I don't know if this
I saw a
good.
VS fragnate too. I'm gonna give us some light here.
Make a day cross-gun.
There we go. That's better. It's getting a bit hard to see. So meanwhile, we see BWAE pushing very aggressive towards the SAC building. They're on the balcony in the windows, just looking for a pick right here.
Yeah, BWAE even in point control, and that without being contested right now. Did they got 2 full wipes?
Yeah, we see the last heavy running off from SAC, just getting out the door and backing up, waiting for his team. So early on, it's 40-35 in score, SAC leading, but BWAE has that point. If they can get that cap, they can definitely take control of this half. SAC pushing back in now with their 4 heavies in the bottom. Clean second floor. I believe there's a light assault left from VS, and that should be it. I'm not seeing anyone from VS actually.
But that was close. I mean, we are 20 seconds until the cap. They're score-wise not that far from each other. That would have been a big play of VS there.
Yep. So we see a couple TR heavies pushing into the VS building, but they're not really committing to this by the looks of it. Pick off the LA. Now they've got 2 heavies pushing them, but SAC just backs off here. They're not even gonna fight this. Now they've got 3 heavies trapped in a corner though. Kiki drops on them, gets 1, gets traded though. And then another one gets picked off by Dudas. I think that's a bit of a misplay by SAC. They can't all just be in the same spot like that. They need to spread out a bit. Easy to get conked, easy to rack up a quick double or triple kill with that many people in one spot.
Honestly, I expected exactly that playing from BWAE there, but I was wrong. I expected BWAE to be the 1 ball to victory group,
yeah,
and not them.
They're spreading out quite a bit more.
Yeah, it looks like for me at least they changed their way of playing with the change of leadership.
I think we're seeing some new players too. Cubex is one we haven't seen before for them, and Duncan.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen with BWAE before. So some changes there to.
I think Duncan played in the Paris Eastern match against Ram.
Nice CQC.
I'm not sure.
Nice CQC pick by Kiki there on the roof. Got a little no scope. Here comes the SAC death ball though. 4 heavies pushing up the staircase. They've got 1 VS heavy in front of them. He's gonna go down. Got an LA chasing them now. LA goes down as well for VS. So.
Yeah, but Kiki's still up.
Yep, Kiki's still up. She's looking for a pick here. She's
trying to get some picks now, but she plays safe. She stays on the main building. That's a great decision.
SAC just backed off though. They just went out to the bow, went back to point.
Okay.
Very, very passive play from them. they're not committing to that building. Like, as soon as they get their picks, they just back off and reset.
I mean, it's the safer way of playing, but I would say a team with more experience would just not let them in the building ever again.
Yeah. And now we're seeing S4CK just taking complete control here. I think they just had about 12 points in a row. Actually, maybe more than that.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're now
we're
up
at,
76 to 47.
That's quite a bit, and we don't know how good the one guy is doing right now. We will ask him for his KD. I don't think they play the medic. And
Looking at the scoreboard, he has 8 kills right now. So
okay.
it's not top frag, but he's probably positive for them. So that's a bit more for their already lead in that score.
Yeah, Quebec's a little bit weak there with only 2 kills, according to the scoreboard.
Like he
has
said,
a light assault. He really needs to check that he stops dying. He's also low scoring player in the team right now.
So a couple things about this. First off, he has 30 FPS, I think, is what he usually runs. So
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to get kills on Jaeger with that much. And second off, from what I found, light assault on Pale is very hard to play correctly, and it's really, really easy to feed quite a bit on it. I've seen even the best light assaults like HQ have really, really bad games on Pale, just because there's not a roof that you can really control. You know, like somewhere you can go and no heavies can shoot you. No, you know.
Yeah, I agree on that. Sorry, I just need to fix the other stream because Objects couldn't move in his channel, and Shades is also not here yet, but I guess he will arrive soon. So
meanwhile, we see
really
BWAE
watch.
getting control of their own building again, starting to push into the S4CK building. Looks like they're gonna take some losses here on the balcony though. Got 2 players. They jump down onto point. But now they're gonna run into 3 heavies from S4CK in the lobby. One heavy plays very aggressive, that's BWAE. He gets 2 quick kills, but he gets traded by the bolter. BWAE, for those that don't know, is the team leader of S4CK, their captain.
Yeah, he's the team captain, and he plays a lot. He's one of these typical VS players on Cobalt. Some of us know, some of us don't. Some people also say his outfit is baby X-Tech.
I have heard that before.
I heard that from some people.
So S4CK,
but in general,
just got
great
back
guys.
into
Like
BWAE's
they really try to come into the competitive scene.
They've been scrimming quite a bit. We just haven't really seen them on stream yet. I think we saw 1 match of theirs so far. But they're starting to take control now. They're up plus 32 here with about 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I think someone warmed up there, or some more people. Can't pronounce his name. S4CK?
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm not sure.
S4CK?
Plus 18 on heavy.
Plus 18. That's a pretty well scoring in that close of a match, skill-wise. I don't see big skill differences.
No, it seems like
in
1v1s
terms
have
of
been
raw
pretty
shooting.
even. Sometimes one team wins, sometimes the other team wins. So I think a lot of it's just coming back to S4CK playing together so well that it's hard to get trades and like string multiple kills together against them. Because you kill 1 heavy and there's 3 more pushing, and then you end up dying. So meanwhile, though, BWAE gets a nice wipe off, pushing into the S4CK building. They're gonna run into a couple more heavies on the staircase. Light assault for TR gets a pick. We see another 1v1 here that S4CK wins on the staircase. And yeah, really back and forth here. 2 VS heavies go down, but the TRLA goes down as well. Looks like TR's control again. So we got about 2 minutes left here. VS pushing back in, getting onto their own balk, their roof, and just kind of waiting for everyone else to make their last
2
push.
minutes left. That means TR could still get the cap, and
Yes.
I think they will try to do it. There are all
VS
like
in
2
their
people
cubby
of them are
flipping the
standing on point,
though.
or 3 people standing on
Yep,
point.
here comes the push from S4CK. First heavy goes down though. Light assault in the windows above them, doesn't notice them. He's okay. There he goes. Now he sees them. He gets 1 pick. He's got 2 heavies looking for him though, and he's gonna go down.
Yeah, BWAE stopping the cap there.
Yeah. Looks like they've got control here actually. If they can prevent this cap, that could be huge for them. With what is it, a 34-point deficit right now, they really can't afford to add another 18 to that.
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't. 18 points is something you can throw around in the second round, but not if you already have 30 difference.
Yeah.
30 difference.
So we see TR pushing back into their own building. We had light assaults took a fight on the roof. The TRLA won that. Looks like VS is just playing very, very passive here. Actually, as I say that, they start pushing into the bow. Get a 1-for-1 trade. But he's gonna get traded as he pushes off to the windows. It's a nice little spot from the LA, from TR. So we got about 13 seconds left here. Looks like the TR won't get this cap.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, Doc, you're right.
And that's time.
There were in C mains before the Cobalt team, and now they all switched to VS. I think because of pop reasons, or just because they like the Orion more.
Yep. Alright, so just to confirm, we've got 124 to 188 with no caps on either side.
That is doable for BWAE, I think.
I think, yeah, they definitely can come back from the...
There is nothing lost yet. I mean, what did BWAE do wrong? Let's start with that. Do you have any idea, Kraus?
I don't know. I didn't see a lot of mistakes from them. Looking at the scoreboard, we can see that Quebec's really, really struggled on that LA. That's minus 20, which is most of their negative score right there.
Yep.
So I think that's one thing that they could switch up, you know, switch off the LA. Pull out another heavy, maybe. That should help them.
Did 187 even play in LA?
Yes,
did
they did.
Had one?
664
Oh,
was their
okay.
LA. He was plus 18.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'd say that's the first place I'd start, is getting rid of the LA. The other thing is just probably playing together a bit more, and maybe being ready to back off, because we saw Swarm whenever they would get into the building, you know, the VS building, they'd get a couple kills and then they just back off if they took any losses. I'd like to see that from BWAE as well.
Yep, that would be nice to see.
If you're at that numbers disadvantage, instead of staying in the building and dying, just backing off to your own building, waiting for the rest of your team to come back.
Yeah, Fluffy, you're right. Sadly, one person didn't get count. We have a lot of issues with the API recently. I hope one of the devs can tell us something in the near future about that. If not, then we sadly can't do anything. That is out of our hands. It's not the script, it's definitely the API.
Okay. Trying to do like 5 things at once here. So, I'm trying to look up his score right now on Fisu, just to get an idea of where he's at. So that is... Unfortunately, he's not on the Fisu leaderboard.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, there's certain... There's certain characters that just aren't showing up in the API at all right now, and there's nothing they can really do about that. So, I believe his character is one of them. I can tell you he had 12 kills on the leaderboard, which is a decent amount. You know, not one of the top fraggers, but probably not negative for them.
Okay, the map is nearly fixed. I mean, yeah, not really. 3
Uh,
seconds off there.
Yep, just have to wait for this to reset. So one thing that was a bit of a surprise for me from VS is that Dudus Flutus was their top fragger at +6. I
Oh,
wouldn't
do
have
the
thought
stop fragging.
I wouldn't have thought of him as their best scorer in this match, but he clearly had some success there. Alright, let me get my script set up. So yeah, I'd like to see a bit more cohesion from BWAE. Maybe switch off the light assault, pull another heavy. I think those are two things that
Yeah,
they
I
could
think
do to
that would really help them.
and really focus on the point. I think that +18 could help them get this really turn this around. Is getting that +18 from the point. Looks like we'll be starting here in about 30 seconds. So we'll now have BWAE on the west side and S4CK on the south side. One thing to note is that the west side does give you an easy flank with silo into the other team's building, just right along here. So that could be something that BWAE could use as well to their advantage. We didn't really see S4CK use it much, but something that BWAE could definitely use. We're going to be starting in about 3 seconds here.
No, ambushers are not broken yet. We will most likely let the team captains decide that after the signups close.
Yep. Ambushers are a very good choice on Pale, though I think it's about the only way you can make LA viable. Oh, actually, as I said that,
Yes.
QBX did switch off the LA and switch onto a heavy. We see
Oh,
him
great.
in the
But
windows.
there's another VS light assault now.
Oh.
It's Canadian.
Okay.
I think with ambushers.
Yeah, that was
if I
definitely
saw that
ambushers.
correctly. It was
So
pretty fast.
he gets in
He
the
plays
window.
a Serpent. The
Choice.
CQC carbine
Oh,
of
he
choice,
goes
but tries to 1v1 a heavy there. What is never a good idea. This guy has a few health points more than you.
Yeah, I would agree that LA isn't really necessary on Pale.
It works, but it's nothing I would
Yeah,
definitely
if you know what you're doing, I'd say do it. But if you don't, it's probably not the best choice. The 5 heavy 1 bolt lineup is really strong on Pale too. So after that 1 kill, I think we haven't seen anything in this round. Almost 2 minutes in now. VS has point control, but they're just sitting in their own building. Both teams are sitting in their own buildings and just kind of waiting here. We see 1 VS heavy on point, and now we see 2 TR, 3 TR heavies pushing him. Looks like they got a conk on him.
Fluffy, the reason why it will most likely not only be the A team captains that vote on shit is it's not about experience if you land in the A bracket, it's also about team skill in general. And team skill and experience are 2 totally different things. There are teams that played 3 tournaments maybe already, but they just don't have the personal skill to land in A bracket.
Yeah, and then there's also teams in A bracket that have never actually played the format before. LPS
Yeah,
being one
exactly.
example. Although there are a couple players.
Thematic. Thematic never played anything 6v6 related. They are coming from a completely different game, most of them.
Yeah. So even if they're A bracket teams, they might not necessarily know the full impact of having ambushers versus not having them. And be able to make a good decision on that. So it looks like VS are going to get the point here, actually, unless TR jumps right onto it. Actually, they do. They get 2 heavies and a light assault onto point with just 9 seconds left on the point. If VS can get that, they'll really be back into this match. Looks like S4CK's pushing right into the BWAE building. 3 heavies, light assault flank. And again, we see these heavies just sticking right on top of each other. Actually,
yeah, there are like one death ball, as you said already. And that constantly, I mean, it works to a certain degree, but how long? How long will that help them?
Yeah, I think now we're seeing BWAE taking a lot of different angles to fight them. You know, you've got a heavy on the roof here.
Yep.
You've got a heavy in the window. You've got people coming from balcony, from bottom floor. You need to spread out a bit to deal with all of these different angles on this and trying to defend this triple stack. So, oh, here we see the death ball again. Triple stack.
The double stack, yeah. Yeah, the double or triple stack or whatever.
So yeah, here we see a perfect example of why that death ball doesn't work. They send 3 players to push out the bottom floor door. They get a pick
and
or 2.
just clap them.
Yeah, but then they come back in and there's 2 people waiting for them and they all die. So.
Yep.
If they just spread out a bit, maybe send 1 heavy to push outside to get that kill, and have the others watching different angles, then they would at least know that those heavies are there and be ready for it, versus just dying instantly.
Do we see any interesting weapon choices? Any SMG heavies?
Have not seen any SMGs. I believe there's 1 NS-15 on the VS side. That's Duncan. Yeah, he's actually fighting on point with it right now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Which, not what I would choose for 6v6, but it could work, for sure. And I know he's very familiar with the gun. So, now we see that death ball of S4CK pushing out onto point again. They pick off Duncan on point. They get another heavy on point. That's Dudas. So, even though it's not necessarily the best thing to do when holding this building, I'd say that they do a really good job of pushing onto that point together. You know, getting the conks out and then clearing the angles together. We also see an NS-15 on Cubex, by the way. Got some fighting going on the 2nd floor of the VS building here. Looks like Kiki got a pick up top, and then Cubex went down inside.
The teams are fighting here is 187 or S4CK. They're a Cobalt team, mostly Germans, or only Germans as far as I know. From a Cobalt VS outfit. And BWAE is an Emerald VS outfit. They're on the TRs. No, they're on the VS side right now.
Yep.
And 187 is on TR.
So yeah, 2 teams that are new to the format, but are definitely practicing hard to try and get good at it, and will probably be contenders for the top of the B bracket in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, if we know that they end up in the B bracket, nothing is decided yet.
Yep.
Maybe if I wake up tomorrow, I decide to just make an X bracket for everyone. No, just kidding. Definitely not. We will keep.
This is why we have 7 organizers and not 1. So
yeah, exactly.
You can't just do that. Now we see S4CK getting punished for some over-aggression here. 2 different players tried to jump out the windows onto BWAE and just got destroyed while they were stuck in the window. So now BWAE is
very aggressive there, going first in but getting punished for it directly.
Should probably wait for her heavies, but
yeah. Yes, Fluffy, that's a good idea. We put every single player in a different bracket. So we don't play against each other. That's great.
I think he means just one big tournament, but unfortunately, there's such a big skill gap on Jaeger these days that watching it...
That this wouldn't be fun for 90% of the matches.
Yeah. It would not be fun
really,
to
really
watch,
nice
not be
shuffle there
fun
from
to
Cubex.
play. Oh, where is he?
Could save himself there, running back into their own building. But he can't contest the point.
Looks like TR might get this cap, actually, because they're pushing back into the VS building here with 40 seconds left on the point. If they get that, that'll...
VS doesn't go for a wide flank now, like, over the silos.
Yeah, let's take a look at silos and see if they're using it at all.
Nope.
Nope,
Nope,
nothing
doesn't
there.
look like it.
I haven't really seen any
Kiki
silo
playing
flanks
on the
from
V
them.
shape. Light Assault jumping down on. Looks like
Dudas.
QX. Yeah, QX
Dudas,
gets
actually.
picked up. BWAE Kiki going in that engagement with 3 heavy assaults.
Yeah,
That's not a good idea.
maybe we're seeing a bit of tilt on the BWAE side of things here. Just kind of going
Yeah,
in
maybe.
alone right now. They're stacking up a bit better here though. They've got 3 heavies pushing the balcony, and there's the cap, which is pretty much going to seal this match, I'd have to imagine. Nice flank by S4CK there. They just pushed off the roof onto the balcony and came up behind that whole BWAE push. Got 2 picks. Dudas tries to shuffle out of but he doesn't make it out. Now we see Kiki pushing in on the balcony. She's looking for a pick, but doesn't look like anyone's peeking her.
Kiki playing pretty aggressive while her heavy assaults are just outside of the building.
Yeah, she's on point now with no support, and then she goes down. So.
Favor to your question. No, the preseason is not directly to decide who plays in which bracket, because we can't force people to play these matches. But all these matches give us an idea for the new teams of how good or how much experience they bring into the tournament. So we have an easier time seeding them at the end.
Yep. And it's also practice for these teams. That's why these matches are primarily created, is so that teams can play the format, play with each other, get used to it, and get better at it come tourney time.
Yeah, and you guys have something to watch and be hyped for the real tournament. By the way, we always look for more streamers looking in the chat right now. If anyone of you ever has ever wants to do something like that, feel free to contact me on Discord.
I'm going to alt-tab here for just a sec. I'm going to
I
check
bet you
out...
already got Discord messages from 10 streamers.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that for some reason. I'm going to check who is on our non-named accounts here. So it looks like 663 is Germany is good, and then 664 is Sundry VS. I'm not familiar with either of those players, but that's who's on those 2 accounts.
I think Germany is good, or I think his name on TeamSpeak is Chris. Nice docs here, by the way. So if anyone wants to write him a message, call him Chris. He played in the last matches already.
Yes, I have definitely played against him yesterday. He's currently +2. Looks like he's on their bolter, actually. Yep.
Yeah, Kiki playing pretty good position here on the V shape right now. Maybe she should position a little bit more far back.
Yeah, it's a very
it now
safe
directly
spot.
No, but yeah, she wants to push in the building again.
Yeah, her team has control of the building now, so now she can get in, get onto the roof, and.
Yeah.
Interesting note that I believe that's Sundari VS on the LA is +40. It's very impressive. I haven't seen an LA carry that hard on Pale in a long time. Now we see a BWAE push into the S4CK building, fail. 2 heavies go down on the balcony. Although, meanwhile, S4CK is trying to push into the BWAE building. On point.
No, Metal, you're not blind. One of the characters of S4CK doesn't get tracked in the script. The API is somehow not refreshing new characters at the moment, and yeah.
It's this
we
one,
can't
PILX
really
Swiggity Swooty TR. He has 22 kills on the leaderboard, but we're not exactly sure how that works into the actual script, unfortunately.
Yeah, we could actually ask him for his Kadur, but he could tell us everything.
It's a nice flank by the TR. LA gets 1 kill, but he gets traded, unfortunately. Almost got the second one. Actually, he's got a heavy here to clean it up now. But he gets cleaned up by a 2v1 from BWAE. So, 2 minutes left here.
Who is that, actually?
That was TJ and I think Dudas.
No, yeah, it's Dudas, actually. Yep, with a beautiful helmet. all these Jaeger cosmetics. PSP named accounts really help there to make Jaeger more colorful.
So it looks like CubeX is back on the LA for BWAE. He just got a pick. Now he's pushing into the TR building looking for a kill. He gets another kill actually. Now he's pushing looking for more. But he runs into a heavy and goes down. Meanwhile, 3 BWAE heavies push into the balcony. He might have liked to see CubeX just kind of wait a second there for all of his heavies to come. Help him out. We see the 2v1 on the staircase. BWAE just crunching this bottom floor for all the kills, and they get one more actually. Clean
yeah,
that
but
up
nice
as well.
to see. BWAE is constantly now taking different angles, and the whole deathballing of the TR team doesn't really help anymore. Like it doesn't work.
I think it's clear that TR are just the better players individually.
Yep.
Is a big factor into why they're having success here. The LA in particular has been playing off on his own the whole time, and is plus 38 as a result.
Oh,
So,
that's a huge number.
yeah, that's a very big number. You don't get
Big
that
numbers
high
right
up
here,
without
this
just being able to out aim
gaming match.
everyone on the other team. Gonna follow the TRLA here for a little bit, see what he's doing. Alright, so we got 30 seconds left here. SAC in complete control, 240 to 190 on kills alone, plus their 18 for the point. So a pretty comfortable win by them. Little disappointing from BWAE, but Dudas actually plus 28 on the BWAE side. That's really surprising.
also a huge number.
Yeah, particularly considering that he's losing. You don't usually see that on a losing.
Yes, Fluffy, as far as I know, there is a second man.
And that's time.
Which one? Time. GG!
I believe we will be playing Paris for this. I'm not 100% on that. We'll check with the teams and find out. But yes, we will be streaming the second match right here. Meanwhile, hopefully the WFAT BRAC match is starting, or has already started on
or
PSP3.
it's close to starting.
Yes, we'll be doing Paris next.
Let me check PSP3. Is it online? Yes, it is live. Okay, OpShack struggling a little bit with his ops cam right now. I think the flight stance is too high.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to it. Learn all the tips and tricks on it, you know. Even I'm not very good on it, honestly. We might be waiting a couple minutes here for Paris. I believe the other match was on Paris.
Yes, we will need to wait a little. Let us say something about the tournament, Cross-John. What is this tournament? What are we doing?
So this is a 6v6 infantry only tournament on Jaeger, obviously the private event server. The whole deciding factor of the matches is just points. So you get points by killing people or by capping the base. And yeah, that's about it. So it's kind of like a mix of TDM and point control. So the tournament itself is going to be in April. This is like the preseason of it, where teams train and practice against each other. And yeah, should be a really good tournament. This is set to be the biggest tournament ever in terms of number of teams.
Yeah, at least we don't know another tournament with 17 or 18 signups. What do we have now?
I'd have to check. I keep forgetting, and more to come, obviously.
Yes. So we expect the 20 teams. What is a huge number of teams for Planetside. Same as the huge number of Dudas kills and the kills of the other guy.
Sooner
all
VS.
these huge numbers.
I believe.
Yes.
I might be pronouncing that wrong. So yeah, next we'll see Paris. Very, very classic base, very popular. A lot of teams like to play it. I think it could play very, very well into S4CK's strengths, because we saw the two things that really they were doing quite a bit of was, number one, the light assault, which Paris is a very strong map for light assault. Lots of good flanks, strong rooftop. And the other thing is that they were doing was the big death ball of heavies, which I think is going to work very well on Paris, because the L shape on Paris is just so strong. Once the next current match on Paris is done, we will take a quick look around the base for everyone. But for now, we just have to give it a couple minutes, wait for this match to clean up, and then we will get started. I guess if anyone has any questions about the tournament or the format or this particular match, I guess this is a good time to ask them too.
Someone asked about the whole tournament there?
Yeah, we already
Like,
kind of went through that. But
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was muted for a second.
no problem.
First gem SM, why are SMGs allowed? SMGs are allowed for the reason that second gen SMGs are allowed. Like,
Yes, so
can't really tell you. Farmers League back then, so the
this
whole
was a-
6v6.
it wasn't actually in Farmers League. All SMGs were allowed on all classes. This was a decision made in Dirtledome to ban SMG heavies because we felt that the Cyclone was too powerful. Basically,
I think everyone can agree on that.
everyone would pick NC and just only play the Cyclone, and it kind of made things really one-dimensional and really, like, the faction pick became really, really important because whoever got NC would usually win. So we decided to ban Gen 1 SMGs at that time, but we still wanted to allow SMG heavies because I think it offers a different play style and kind of makes things more interesting generally. So we have the Gen 2 allowed. But again, Gen 3, we run into the same issue with the Gladiator, where it's just too strong. So we ban those.
Pre-nerf Canis.
So, faction decision. So what we do is each team has a faction preference. They list the factions in an order. So, for example, TR, VS, NC. And then we try to match that. So if the first preference of each side is different, then we just let them play their first preference. If their second preferences are different, then we let them play that. And if not, we do a coin flip. And winner gets the first pick, and loser gets the second.
Are first gen SMGs allowed on other classes than heavy assaults,
No,
or are they
they're
hard
just
ban?
hard
No,
ban.
they're hard ban. Yeah.
It just makes it easier for the refs to keep track of. Because if you see a Cyclone kill in the feed, then you have to look up who is that, what class are they playing, and it's a lot of work to keep track of all of that. So we just ban it on all classes because, to be quite honest, playing SMG on a class other than heavy isn't really viable in this format. You just lack the health in general to make it work.
How many teams are participating? Roughly 20. We have 18 fixed signups yet, as far as I know. And yeah, we expect around 20.
Yes.
A bracket and B bracket, nothing there is decided. I don't know where you got the number from, but that number is wrong, because nothing is decided yet.
I mean, there are 6 teams that we're looking at for the A bracket right now, but there probably will end up being more than that. It just depends on who signs up and kind of how we feel about it. The other issue is we have to look at who signs up for the B bracket and decide, do we want teams that are edge cases to play B bracket, or should we put them into A? So We just kind of have to wait and see, get everyone together, and then we can make a decision about which teams go where. But yeah, we are looking at roughly probably 6 to 8 teams in the A bracket and the rest on the B bracket.
Enemy heavy spotted.
Alright, looks like the other match
Yeah,
on
the more the
Paris.
better, simple, definitely.
Yep.
But having a Planetside tournament with roughly 20 teams already is amazing. Like, it's nothing any one of us would ever expect.
So do you get
no,
anything
there are
if
no
you...
teams.
Let me ask
There are
that
no
one.
teams from PS4.
No.
Because a PS4 and a PC is not cross-platform, and even if it would be, I don't think any PS4 player would have a good time against a bunch of PC players.
Yeah. Just differences in control would make it difficult.
Plus 30 FPS lock on PS4
That's
as
true
far
as
as
well.
I know.
We saw CubeX in the last round really struggling with 30 FPS, so PS4 would be having the same issue. So one other question, do you get anything if you win? No, there are no rewards for winning, just having fun. We are working on some in-game items related to the tournament, though.
Yes, we are
So-
working on that, but it's not in our hands, like many things with this game.
Yep, it's up to the
We're
developers.
working on some small in-game items for everyone, not only for the winners, but in general, Planetside tournaments are just for fun and for bragging rights. Important.
Very important.
Titles are at this stage, at least that's what the developers say. Giving out titles is at the moment not possible. We are still waiting for titles from another tournament,
That was
but that's
probably,
everything we know.
8 months ago now? So
Yeah, the tournament is 8 months ago, and we are at the moment waiting because were some issues as far as I know.
Yep.
There is a developer support from PSB. Like, we got back then all the accounts. We got recently some people got accounts and additional admin accounts and observer camps. But in terms of in-game items, that's always a pretty complicated thing as far as we know. That's everything we can say. But
And-
yeah, the developers support us as much as they can.
We are in contact with them pretty frequently, and for example,
They're doing a great job, guys.
Yep, they
Don't
help
be
us-
worried about us. We are
help
feeling
us
well.
run Jaeger. We couldn't do it without them, really. Like, without developer support, Jaeger wouldn't exist at all.
Yep.
Eyes open, enemy heavy.
So it looks like the last match on Paris just finished up, and we're just waiting on the teams to get over here now, get their Sunday set up, so it'll just be a couple more minutes.
Yeah, BWAE is just flying in with 2 scythes, Kiki and Canadian. Or Canoodle, how some people say. Yep, Baumi and his boys are already here. Are the bases flipped?
Yes, it should be set up for the right factions.
Yep. Okay,
Same
great.
factions as before.
No, Ultima, we are not giving out DBC as participation reward. But for the last tournament, for the Lane Smash tournament, the devs or the community manager was so nice and gave us some Daybreak cash codes for the stream. So streamer had something to give out for everyone. What was great. Like, we are really, really happy about every support we get from them.
Alright, so we just have a couple more minutes here while we wait for the teams to get set up. Going to clear my script here.
Yeah, restart your script fully, so we don't have any issues.
Yep, and then we can hop in game and talk about the base a couple minutes.
I think they're setting up already. I see Sundays on both sides. UX light assault again, going for the point to neutralize it.
Yep, hopefully he has a better match on Light Assault than he did last time. Alright, so hopping in game, this is PRESEASON, just a really, really popular map. Pretty much two ways around. You've got the V shape on the left, L shape on the right from this perspective, and point right in the middle. And the L shape is kind of the key of this base in the opinions of most players. You've got great sight lines. You can take a look at the window right here onto point. You've got the balcony over here that you can use to spawn camp the common routes up. So you can like stand here, shoot down. You know, same thing over here somewhat. So it's just kind of the like center of this map basically is the L shape key to it pretty much. So you'll see a lot of light assault fights up on the roof here. A lot of heavies pushing inside. You'll see 3-4 heavies from each side fighting there probably. So what are your thoughts on the base, Snipsel?
My thoughts about Paris. Paris is super light assault heavy. So without light assaults constantly being on the L shape or on the V shape, what a lot of people don't even play that much, it's really, really hard to even get point control.
Yeah.
A lot of teams do the mistake to focus too much on the L, even if that is exactly the opposite of what I just said. They just keep running into the first doors, left or on the right side and on the middle, and try to run up the stairs or try to run up in the cubby downstairs under the stairs. Downstairs under the stairs. And yeah, that can be pretty tricky then to get a foothold in there. You have this additional flank on both sides with the extra stair on the west side. It's the southern stair at the spawn room.
Yep.
And on the... No, that's the west side. Sorry, guys. On the west side, it's the northern stair directly next to the L shape. So, yeah. Interesting base. One of my favorite bases, actually.
It's a lot of people
next to
people's
Aiken.
favorites. But one thing that I do disagree with you on is that the L, you can really just only play L and win this base. That's something.
Really?
Yes, that's something we did against Joke today, actually, in our match against.
Oh,
worked
yeah,
very, very well for us. Actually, both teams just pretty much went L full time, and that's two of the top teams in the tournament. So.
Yeah, but I also see a lot of good teams doing that wall jump on the V shape. And just having either a bolter up here or a heavy or maybe even a light assault second one and just
yeah, you can definitely be disruptive
cross-firing.
from there, but I think getting control of L is kind of your first priority of the base. If you can't get control of that, you're not going to do much elsewhere.
I would agree on that. Yep, definitely. To the question if Jäger is keeping the game alive, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, we are a lot of people and we are the veteran community maybe, or a part of us, but Jaeger is just a small part. The game gets kept alive by the bigger outfits, I would say, by the Zerg fits, even if some of us don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, we start in 30 seconds? Yeah, 35
yeah,
seconds,
about 30
roughly.
seconds. Oh yeah, I must have missed them. Yep, so about 30 seconds here. Not sure which team is starting which side. Looks like TR is going to be starting on the east side of the base, and then VS will be starting on the southwest side. We got about 14 seconds till we start here. So I'll go ahead and follow TR in on this one.
Yeah, well, I think that's... Is it? Oh, that's TR. I will follow VS then. Let me just fly over there. We see 3 heavy assaults from VS sprinting up directly. Light assault going for the roof. He's directly on there. Let's
like
do this.
One
Good
light
choice,
assault,
in
one
my
bolter,
opinion.
4 heavies on the other side. He loses
Dude
the
is
opening though.
exposing himself there way too much, just standing in the middle of the roof and getting
You'd like to
punished
see
for
him
that.
use this little incline here to get a head glitch.
Yep, the little head glitch. Really, really strong position.
Yeah. And we see S4CK just deathballing inside the L here. They get control right away. Actually, there's 2 light assaults on the VS side. Interesting to note. This is
Yep,
Cubex on the other one.
Dude is going again up on the roof, but again getting picked off by the enemy light assault.
There's only 1 light assault
it's
on the
not-
TR side though, so that's something I think they could take advantage of. They need to play together though.
Yeah,
go
but
in together,
the
get
TR
their
light assault is more playing in the building. Now he's going up and jumping Cubex.
Yeah. That's
Cubex should have been able to win this. He was clearly in the better position.
interesting note. Cubex has the Pulsar C, which lacks a bit of DPS in this format.
Yep.
Ooh, I hear a Sirius.
Definitely.
Looks like that's Canadian.
Oh yes!
I'm so happy. So people are finally running SMG
Finally
heavies.
SMG heavy, a man of culture, but he plays Nano Mesh
He goes down.
instead of Adrenaline Shield.
Interesting.
We could
know if
just
that's-
see that.
Particularly viable.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. The adrenaline changes were definitely good for Nanomesh Generator. As far as I know, one of the developers is a clear fighter for more Nanomesh. Hello, Drew, in the case you see that.
Drew's a big fan of Resist too, actually. So,
Yeah.
which we haven't really seen any of in this tournament. Just it lacks too much health. It's very difficult to use properly, and you don't get much of a benefit out of it relative to the other shields, so not a lot of reason to use it. So we see Canadian getting 2v1'd inside. And 664 Sooner VS is off to a great start again for TR, plus 12 already.
TJ trying to out-aim their 2 heavy assaults with his underboss. That doesn't work, mate. You should have jumped down.
Yep, the VS light assaults finally get it together though, and they double peek the TR light assault, get that kill.
Yeah, but
now they have a
Cubex
bit
is
of
on point
control.
now and flipping instead of letting that a heavy do.
I don't like
now
where he's,
getting attacked by a
he's
bolter
kind of
going
exposed
in the commissioner
too.
duel
Yep, and he goes
and
down.
getting picked off by him.
If you're flipping, I'd like to be behind the box personally, not out in the open.
Yeah, just
but
behind the orange box, hiding there. The other position from the other side of the map to flip is the tree, as far as I know, or here the orange crate.
Yeah.
Can you flip from there? Yeah.
I'm not sure, but even
I think.
and we already see a cap from TR. That was fast.
Yep, that's plus 18 for the TR side. That puts them in a huge lead right at the start.
Yeah, they're already up 44 to 14 in kills alone. So with the plus 18 of that, they're looking at a 48-point lead. So we see the VS push into the L shape. Looking to get control of, looks like 2 TR heavies contesting them. They actually get the first kill. Heavy comes in behind them, gets 1 kill, and then they clean it up with the rest of their team. Actually, now another TR heavy coming in and just getting 1 kill, and now going back for more, but he goes down to Duncan.
Kiki very aggressive, just straight up running through the building now with the heavy
Yep,
assault.
she's chasing the other bolter now, and she gets the
Going
pick.
for the bolter and get the kill.
It's a nice, quick little pick, but very aggressive on her part. If there was another heavy there, she would have been punished, for sure.
That position is really, really good that Kiki just took, but she jumps down. She should have picked there, I would say.
Now we see that S4CK death ball pushing through the bottom floor. They get 1 kill. Push up top, get another kill. And this is what I mentioned earlier when we first started talking about Paris, is that these S4CK heavies just play together so well. You've got like 3-4 people just right on top of each other, and that this building is so small that it's easy for them to like not get punished for playing so close together. You see 2 VS heavies pushing into the bottom floor meanwhile.
heavy. Spotted.
I'm a little having trouble keeping up with all the action here as people are just moving back and forth, changing their minds all the time.
Visual and hostile light assault trooper.
So one thing that's interesting to note is that even though the VS have 2 light assaults, the TR-LA still has consistent control of the roof. He's just, because they're just 1v1ing him. Like, they go in one at a time and die. If the other one's over here in the eye. Yep. So I'd like to see...
TR having total control of the whole map right now, but they're also not going for the real spawn camp. They're just very passive players. Like,
yeah. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think it's hard to play against for sure.
yes, it's really hard to play against. Yes, light assault's getting a nice crossfire there.
Finally get a
on that
2v1
single.
on the light assault. Now let's see if they can do anything with this roof control. They're pushing into the top floor of the L. They get control of top
Ultima,
floor.
there's sadly no honor in Planetside in general.
Eyes open.
I saw a very honorful player today in a scrim switching from his LMG to an SMG at one point. He lost honor brew status.
So the VS actually get a bit of control there, but TR pushing back in now. Light assault goes down for TR actually. This is a 1v1 to a heavy. Actually, that's Canadian switching off the SMG back to an Orion.
Why would you do that? I mean, for this base, in my book, a SMG is really, really well usable.
Yeah, with how sick
If
you
not
see this
clearly better.
building is.
Enemy heavy. Spotted.
663 is Germany is good. 664 is Sooner VS. And we see Sooner VS again, kind of leading the way for 187 at plus 14.
No, it's a B-way, not L-way. Okay, bad pun, bad pun.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy.
VS has a bit of control here of the L though.
Yeah, TJ holding his own, but now he goes to aggressive again.
Yeah.
Like, is it experience? Is it just a way of playing? I don't know.
Oh, here he goes,
Can't
jumping off
really
the
judge
balcony
that.
onto a heavy. They both die to a frag grenade though. It's Duncan's frag grenade. So TJ gets or Duncan loses 3 points for team killing TJ. Duncan's having a bit of bad luck with the team kills in this one. For those that remember, he rocketed Dudas in the back off the opener on Pale.
Yes, I think he also team killed in their first match like 2 times. Hey, he needs to learn with his trigger a little bit.
Or his explosives in this case, with the Desi and the frag grenade. Also, I don't think the frag grenade is the best choice for this format because you get 0 points for killing an enemy with it.
Yeah, I would definitely always tend to run special grenades like concussions, flashes,
Yep.
or EMPs.
Those grenades are incredibly powerful because they weaken the enemy and let you get an easy kill off on them.
Yep.
A kill that actually counts for your score. You see a light assault duel on the roof that Dudas win. Catches him off guard with, I believe, the ambusher. Now he's flanking 2 heavies here. Gets 1 kill and he gets out alive.
That heavy getting 2 kills at the orange box.
Nice plays by Dudas there on the light assault. He gets the kill on the light assault, gets another pick. He's looking for his 3rd here. He's not going to get it though. He's got 3 heavies chasing him. So he's just going to back off here and stay on the roof. He's got the TR light assault coming for him though. He's going to have to be ready for this. Ooh, TR light assault shoots at someone else though and gives himself away.
I don't see the BWAE bolter anymore. Like,
I just heard a
Kiki
bolt.
hiding?
She got a knife kill just a second ago. I'm not sure
Okay.
where she is. I hear her in the
she's upstairs in the cubby, jumping out of the window now and going for the point, but not realizing that there was some guy in the corner. Gets picked off.
I think she was trying to go
No.
for that guy. She just wasn't ready. Or he was better. So we see Dudas going down on the roof again. TRLA has complete control once again. He's going for a flank.
The only reason I say Kiki's name so often is I don't know any of the other people except for Dudas. So, yeah, sorry.
Enemy light assault in the area.
So Dudas looking for a pick on the balcony. He gets a pick with his Kami actually. Quebec's pushing in behind him, but goes down to a heavy. So again, we see Quebec struggling quite a bit score-wise at -18. So I think his FPS is just holding him back too much for this format, unfortunately.
Yeah, I also don't really understand the decision to take QX. I don't know the BWAE roster by heart right now, but there are other people as well. If he has such FPS problems, take him one round. Don't take him both.
Yeah, might have just been who
Kiki's
was
just giving
available.
away a free kill there for the heavy assault, just sprinting in him.
If you only have 6 people available, you might just have to go with them,
Yeah.
regardless.
Having roster problems. Huh.
Yeah, imagine having roster problems.
Yeah, who has that?
Oh, we see 2 light assaults on the TR side now.
Oh, nice.
That's
I think they
BWAE.
got fed up.
BWAE that
Yeah.
switched to the other.
By the way, for those who don't know, Baum means a tree. So his name is Tree.
Enemy heavy
Eyes open.
spotted.
Enemy heavy.
So again, we see S4CK, I believe is how you say that. Yes.
I really have no clue.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with these players either, so I can't say. But him and Sooner VS just hard carrying on the 187 side. S4CK plus 36 and Sooner plus 16. Which plus
The
16,
big
and
number players.
despite having a 2v1 on the roof, is really impressive.
Trooper. Enemy heavy spotted.
He's been able to manage that pretty well.
Now finally the TR side has one heavy really spawn camping the stairs here.
Mhm.
But he backs off.
And we see
Nope,
2 heavies
he's
at the
still there.
orange box now, looking for that peak.
That light assault is going for the heavy now. Heavy comes back.
Trades back and forth there.
Assault trooper.
But it looks like TR got the full cleanup. That's a very aggressive spot from the TRLA here. He's all the way on the eye. The VSI.
Eyes open.
Ultima, all this is not decided yet. I think no one knows yet who will be an A, but what I can tell you is they would definitely be a candidate for the upper B or lower A bracket.
Yeah. We haven't seen a ton of them play up A bracket teams yet, but I have understood that they lost to X-TAC and LPS. So
Yeah.
I don't
Losing to an A team definitely doesn't mean you're not ready for the A bracket in our eyes, though.
know. But if it
It's all
seems
about
to
how
us
you lose.
like he's going to lose, like they're going to lose every match, then that's might be a different story. So
Yeah,
I think it's
exactly.
too early to say on this team.
Eyes on
They
the
could
hostile
definitely be A. Yes, we see Dudas going down on the L right.
Yeah,
right
dog,
there.
that's the same, I think, as well. If they prepare enough and if they put the time and effort in it, they can give some A teams a really, really good fight.
Enemy heavy.
But yeah, we won't give any more details about that.
Mhm.
Maybe we just flip a coin and decide the brackets with them.
I'm sure all the teams would love that.
Yeah, I think so.
Not sure there would be any issues with that. So we got about 45 seconds left here, and S4CK is just in
And
complete
you're
control.
leading with, oh, nearly double points.
Yeah, 172 to 95. Actually, it probably is double if you include their missing player. Ooh, nice pick by Kiki on the bottom floor there. Looks like Dudas is the only one positive for VS,
heavy nearby.
Light assault trooper.
which is, you hate to see it, but
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
so 8 seconds left.
Spotted. Enemy
And that's time. So 180 to 101 for that half. I mean, not a lot to say there.
Yeah, not a lot to say. I think BWAE can't really whip that around anymore. But
And actually,
I mean, they started using the second approach. They won their LA battles constantly. But
no,
the enemy LA just fracked way too much of the heavies.
I did not add the cap, so it would be 196 to 101, including the cap.
Yeah.
Go ahead and add that in. So there we go, 198 to 101. And yeah, like you said, the LA plus 28, AZEK, I believe, plus 40, 32 and 12. That's really impressive.
Plus 40 after one round is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. He also has the most utility assists at 12, which is conks and spots. So anytime you conk someone or spot someone and one of your teammates kills them, you get a utility assist. So he's not just having
by the way, the
impact and
usual
fragging.
thank you to Turtle for constantly working on the script and on the overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Really looks great. I just can't ask if I can flip a base for another team. I will sure do that.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes here while the teams flip sides. Get the point ready here.
They are playing. Another team is playing Nettelmeyer, as far as I know. Not in the map pool, though. So, interesting choice for a base.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with so many matches at the same time, it's maybe better to also play another base rather than waiting.
Yes, your 6th isn't counted. I believe that that's an API issue. He's just not going to show up in the API at all for now. Hopefully that'll be fixed soon. If not, we might have to remake the character. Yeah.
Yeah, either remake the character or he needs to play on another account. That's the last resort, though. We would love to have everyone on named accounts playing. Easier for the teams and nicer for us as a caster, organizer, and streamer.
Yep. So now we're just waiting for the teams to ready up, then we can get started on the last half of this match.
Today's match, yes. Which matches do we have tomorrow, Cross-John? Let me open the stream.
Yes, let me check my... I should know this by now, but I don't.
It's WFET versus FCC. FCC was playing today against, who was it again? PMA. And WFET is right now playing against
BWAE.
The BWAE team, yes. Then we have Ram versus BWAE. That will be a pretty rough match for BWAE, I think. And a 0 TSM versus BWAE at 22 UTC. So the matches are at 18:30 UTC, 20 UTC, and 22 UTC. All of them will be on the PSP 1 channel, not on 2 and 3. So, yeah. Definitely watch them as well, guys. I don't know who will stream them, but we will figure something out.
Looks like someone on TR's game crashed, so we're just waiting for them to get back in. I believe I will be streaming the first one, Haliet will be streaming the second one, and either me or Gelos will be streaming the third one tomorrow. So.
Yeah, or guys, as we said, if any one of you wants to try his luck as a streamer, feel free to contact us.
Alright, looks like both teams are ready here. We'll be starting in about 15 seconds.
Let me fly over as fast as possible.
4, 3, 2, 1. And they're off. Alright.
Oh, and yeah, I could actually catch the start. So we see one BWAE light assault this time with Dudas.
Yep.
I also don't see Quebec's camo. Oh, there he is. I
He's on
thought
point.
already they switched
Yep,
Quebecs.
supporting Kiki. I like this setup actually. You get a heavy and a bolter on point. Use those longer range angles and get immediate control of point. Although their whole team inside the L is getting wiped pretty fast here. Light assault goes down. Now it's just one heavy left against 3 for TR. So yeah, we see S4CK taking control of the L, but BWAE still has control of the point. Kiki at the tree.
Kiki's saying sorry there.
Missed that. I'm not quite sure what happened there. She goes for the no scope, but she doesn't get it, and she goes down. So now we see BWAE trying to push back in. They've got 3 heavies. They get 1 pick on one of the heavies on the balcony. Now they're going to push into the bottom floor here. Actually, S4CK is being very aggressive here, jumping off the balcony. Gets 1 kill, gets a 2nd kill before going down.
And it looks like the BWAE heavy would just ignore the situation and just be like, oh, my guy died and nothing else happened, and then gets picked up from behind. Kiki trying to no-scope.
That's actually a repeater there. On Swiggity Swooty.
Yeah, one of the few Empire-specific pistols which are actually viable in such a format.
Honestly.
Besides the, I would say, the only one.
Yeah, I don't think any of them. I wouldn't use it personally, but it's pretty decent. It's not terrible like most.
Not a repeater DPS, shouldn't it be like nearly pilot?
I'm not sure. I haven't used it in a long time.
Yeah,
I think everyone just
also
sticks with the Kami and the underboss for the most part.
Yeah, every new character, the first thing I do is equipping a commissioner or underboss on it. Daybreak Cache weapons. Support the game, guys, buy Daybreak Cache weapons.
We see S4CK getting very aggressive here, getting into the eye and just kind of getting control. It's important to note that this side, the west side of Paris, where BWAE is right now, is very, very easy to spawn camp. You're pretty limited in your options. It's easy to get camped onto this bridge, and then your only other way around is the staircase over here. So it's tough to get out of. Just a feature of this base, really.
Yep.
Hopefully we just don't see a 15 minutes of spawn camping.
I don't think so. I see BWAE grouping up now with 3 guys.
Yep, they're actually making a good
Kiki
push
trying
here.
an EMP. I don't know if she hit that.
She
Shit.
did hit them.
Oh, okay.
Got an easy kill on the heavy inside, and they've got a
So they
bolter
got the
by
L-shape,
the V.
I-shape back. There are 2 VS guys already in the L-shape. Or at least 1? No, 2.
I'm following the VS push around the V. They're looking for the bolter here. They're not going to find him, though. He just ran off, pretty much. So we got a bolter fight here.
Important
Kiki
to
gets
note
1.
here, the NS-15 Heavy of BWAE switched his compensator for flash suppressor.
Hey, that's good.
I don't think that will bring a lot.
Still running a grip, though, which is interesting.
Yep. I would have played a Sirius.
Looks like Dudas loses the 1v1 light assaults. They've got another light assault on... Oh no, that's Dudas. I'm not sure who the other light assault for BS is, though. See if we can find him. That's Canadian on the other LA.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Currently, they're 2 best players now on the light assaults. In addition to Kiki on the bolt. Just going off of net score.
Enemy heavy spotted.
Wow, judging people by stats. What
I
is
mean,
this?
That's kind of the whole point of the format is his score. So Yeah, I'm gonna judge people off their net score.
Nice knife kill there.
Yep, looks like BWAE actually wins.
That's a wipe.
Yeah, full
Yep.
wipe.
But now get the spawn camp, guys. Don't.
There's only
Just
2 of them
creep
though. It's gonna be
around.
hard to get a spawn camp with just 2 people.
I mean, just aim better,
Might be
and then it
best to
works.
just wait. Yeah, that's true. That is the solution to everything in 6v6. Just aim better.
Yeah, just press M1 W and aim better than the enemy.
Now we see the
That's
sack
what big scrim player told me.
death ball coming back in. 4 heavies pushing inside. I think that heavy just conked himself, actually. And he gets conked again. So he is just waiting patiently. Although BWAE never really took advantage of those conks on the bottom floor heavies, so they can now push up the backside, get 2 kills, get a 3rd kill, and looks like there's 1
And
left.
S4CK has control again.
So BWAE conked them on the bottom floor, but they never really pushed behind it. So I think they need to call that out and then back it up. Oh yeah, that's true, Fluffy. We can see assists now, so you assist mains actually matter now.
I mean, do they?
Hey, I mean someone has to get the assist.
Yeah, that's actually true. Or you just get your own kills and don't try to steal.
Yeah. But team play is always good.
I think the only important stat we sadly never talk about in any competitive format is attack plans per hour, guys.
That's true. That
How
is
many
the
attack
best
plans can you
stat.
cap in 1 hour? That's the most important stat.
So we got about 8 minutes left here. Just a lot of fights going on across the map here.
Yeah, they're really split up. Like BWAE is forcing S4CK to lose their death ball and stop doing that, but on an individual skill base, S4CK is just 1 stage higher, I would say.
So actually the TR haven't flipped the point here. It's neutral. They haven't touched it though. Kind of weird, but here we see a heavy flipping it. Just focused on the kills on the S4CK side of things. Now we see that really tough spawn camp. You can just sit here, see the whole lane. Oh yes, ADR is also a very important stat.
Yes.
Attack defense
yes.
ratio.
If you don't have a high ADR, guys, your KD only counts 0.5% as much, or 50% as much.
Alright, so about 7 minutes left here. Looks like S4CK's gonna get their 2nd cap here. 284 to 163, so not much of a chance for BWAE to come back in this.
No, there's nothing to do anymore for BWAE, but there is still a lot to learn.
Looks like Kiki got
And
onto the
I
roof of the
think
eye.
just-
looking for a pick.
Just tactic-wise, I think the gameplay of BWAE is far superior. They're way more split up, they're using cover better. They're pushing from different angles, where S4CK is just one big ball of death that can't get stopped by BWAE.
Yeah. Just a skill difference here, I think, is a lot of what's going
Yep.
on.
Infiltrator in the area.
Okay, CubeX just ran past a TR Heavy there. He goes down though. TR Heavy gets traded, and then Canadian picked up another kill. So we got about 5 minutes left, 5:45 left, so... BWAE's pushing back out now, has a bit of control of their own eye. Nice no-scope by Kiki. BWAE pushing into the L now. This kill difference by the 187 side is really interesting. I've never seen something like this before with S4CK and Sooner VS just plus 58 and plus 36, and the rest of their team around even. Pretty interesting.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
is really, really weird. I mean,
Yeah, I've
are
never
they
seen
two
that
ringers?
before.
Are they two outfit members of them? I'm not sure about that. Maybe the
Yeah.
chat knows the people that play on Cobalt.
I think I just saw Nikki in chat. He might know them.
Nikki knows everything.
He's both from Cobalt and German, so hopefully he'd know them.
Watch your step. Infiltrator in the air.
Eyes open. Enemy heavy.
Not much to say about this match anymore, unfortunately. BS have a bit of control of the L, but they're just slowly getting picked off.
Spotted an enemy heavy.
X-Tech Junior team, yeah, Nikki. We already said some people also say baby X-Tech.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
But yeah, to be the X-Tech Junior team, how old do you need to be then? Sub 14?
Looks like TJ just team killed Kiki there, by the way. So, BWAE needs to work on the whole not team killing people aspect of things, I think. That's their third in 2 rounds here.
Ooh. With the bolt action?
Enemy heavy.
Hey. That's a clear case of aiming better.
Spotted an enemy heavy.
See Light Assault 1v1 that Dudas actually wins. That's BWAE on the second LA again. He's been switching on and off that. He's struggling a bit here though. Now down to -4.
3 minutes left in that match here.
Yep, you see a trade on the rooftop.
I mean,
BWAE could still theoretically get this cap, which would at least even out the cap points, but they'd still
Yeah.
be down about 100 in kills, so I don't think it's going to help much, unfortunately.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
We see a trade there, bottom floor. Yes, so for those of you in chat, mobility mesh is allowed. We've been trying to limit the bans on implants to allow a bit more freedom and maybe some new play styles to come in that aren't too game-breakingly overpowered. Meanwhile, BWAE still has control of the L here. They got 4 players inside.
I don't think the cap is... Yeah, no, the cap is not possible
No,
anymore.
they don't have time for the cap.
No.
But maybe a bit of a moral victory here, get some kills, feel better about themselves at the end of the match. Although, as I say, that S4CK gets control of the L again. So 3 heavies inside, looks like they're pushing for the I now. S4CK up to plus 70 now. That's not something you see every day.
Still win this.
Plus 70 is a huge number.
Yep. He is
This is
60
a
and
very,
25.
very huge number game.
So the bolter for TR here gets 1 kill, but he gets traded. That is, Germany is good, by the way, on 663. The bolter for TR. So we got about 47 seconds left here, and this is pretty much over. I don't even know if they're going to make another final push on the S4CK side of things, or just wait it out.
Stay alert.
Looks like 1 heavy's pushing the bottom floor here, that's BWAE. can get
Yeah,
some
but
trade.
alone, I don't know. BWAE has a really good hold in there.
Meanwhile, S4CK takes the flank, gets Kiki from the back, goes down to the LA though. So 15 seconds left. It's probably the final kill of this match. I don't see any VS nearby.
Visual on hostile light assault.
No, I don't think we see another killer. Maybe
Oh, there we go.
that.
Canadian goes down. That's the last kill.
Yeah.
Enemy heavy spotted.
And that's time.
We can still win this.
Yeah. What can we say about that match?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that 187 is just the more talented team here. S4CK and Sooner VS are just hard carrying them. Plus 70
More
and plus
talented.
32.
But BWAE still shows a lot of improvement in my book of how they play.
Yeah, Dudas played very well throughout this entire series. He was plus 28 on the first map, plus 6 on the second.
Yep.
So, really solid player for them. And I think playing with CubeX with the 30 FPS is just kind of a problem. Like, it just hurts the whole team when you're kind of playing 5v6 like that. So,
Yeah, I agree.
hopefully we'll see more from them. See a better result from them if they get a different player in that spot, where he gets his FPS problems fixed. So yeah, that about wraps up this one. Reminder, we have 3 matches scheduled for tomorrow. Let me pull up my schedule here so we can talk about those. So we have WFAT versus FCC at 18:30 UTC. We have RAM versus BRAC at 20 UTC. And Zerotism versus BWAE at 22 UTC tomorrow.